On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on a fellow AAC opponent, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Memphis offense will take the first swing of the game. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So Tulane's offense will get the ball for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on it early. Put your physicality. Let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Off the play fake. They're working that left side. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space.
And it's slipped out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself a chance, but you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number 1, and he wasn't able to do that.
They'll give it to the back. Pushes ahead for a couple, and they'll mark it at the 10.
They're strong and they're strong. defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Right back to the well. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
3rd and short now from their own 48. The corners are walked up tight. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Holds it in and looking upfield. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yo, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Moving away from pressure. On the move, he fires. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. And now on second down for this offense. Here's the handoff. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Finds the tight end. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Tulane! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by just 2 over New Mexico State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Staley. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to unloose and pop out.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Across the 25, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Makes the grab. It's Preston. No, he got loose. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Short completion last play, let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's Osborne. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Tight end finds a soft spot. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw, because he put it out in front of his big man.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing...
Hit the afterburners, kid. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And that's why it's so important offensively to practice these type plays, these RPOs, these zone reads, these option plays, and just rep them over and over and over so the quarterback is making...
Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. First play of the drive comes from the 38. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Feeling some heat. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. He'll get rid of it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down more.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And the quarterback is snowed under. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Bring it out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores.
Got it in stride inside the 20. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Touchdown, Memphis. A great catch and run for 6. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into him.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision.
First down for this offense. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking to go up top on first down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
He rifles one deep down the middle. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Memphis. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for...
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Timing has to be so good. We're throwing it his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
The give to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll run the option. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The sure hands, it's Hawkins. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. And this one splits the uprights. There is a flag on the play, and if this is on the defense, guys, would you take the points off the board here? Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. The offense set for a 1st down play. Leaves it with the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Fires on the run. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Very few times can you get a guy that wide open in a game, and when you do, you have to capitalize on it. That QB knows it. Look at him. You could tell he knows he missed a huge opportunity. Not only could he tell, everyone in the stands could see that guy was absolutely wide open.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his man down the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Finds his man enough for the 1st. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Preston. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Tulane right back to the line. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Corralled and brought down by the defense. It's still 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Got his man on the right. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And the field goal unit stays put. They will try to deliver the haymaker and deck them with a touchdown on 4th and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And the defense was so close. They had done such a good job up to that point, setting up a 4th down. It looked like they had the QB corralled, but they let him escape. That is going to be a coaching moment for them moving forward.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Illinois came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Champaign had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but it certainly could have been worse. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penalties.
And the ball is picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting...
The expressway is wide open. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. Tulane right back to the line. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they'll knock him down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to scramble. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
You simply don't see that very often. Quarterback of this guy's caliber, missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tulane! They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? You're going to be a great player. You've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Catch in the middle. It's nickel. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum.
Lofts one high and deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. DBs locked up tight on the receivers. They're going to throw it again. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Memphis.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between acute
and wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been...
Lets it fly deep downfield. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Memphis wants to move quickly.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to get to him. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot. Makes the catch on the left. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Just gets rid of it before the heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to, because the clock is their enemy.
Fires one high and deep. Pulls it in inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Wants to go up top. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covered. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Snapped it in the shotgun. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Line getting set on second down.
Timeout, Tulane.
He's looking to throw. Flips it out in the flat. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defense.
Looking for the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except the ticket holder. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, in saying, listen, it's your job to stop.
Just plowing down the field. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Tulane.
And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. And that one is picked off in the end zone. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Going up top on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. Ball is dropped, incomplete, and that will do it for this one. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to